Colonel Deth will be along just as soon as I make sure you're all here. And you haven't brought along any unexpected guests. Can't be too careful these days, right? Glad we have an understanding. Well, looks like everyone's here who's supposed to be here, so I'll give her a ring. 1 sec. All clear. Come ahead.
Hey now, cowboys. Face to face at last. And just as handsome as I thought you'd be. Figured we'd meet here to remind you what being a ranger means. These folks are alive today because you chose to help them, even though it meant going against the Patriarch's orders. To my mind, that's the ranger way. Helping the helpless ahead of the powerful. Just something to keep in mind as you hear me out. Good eye, Doc. It's definitely put a hitch in my talk box. But no thank you, I got it under control. This and my fake leg are souvenirs from when my chopper got shot out of the sky over Long Beach, California. Good times. Since you've obviously got the skills to use them, here, I got a few extra med kits on me. Try not to use them all at once. Well, ain't you polite? Hope that bodes well. Now, what with you not taking Saul's sons out like I asked, I'm guessing we've got different ideas about how things in Colorado should play out. But I'm still hoping you'll come around November. So here's the deal. As my friends and I see it, 2 things gotta happen to save the people of Colorado from tyranny and slaughter. First, Liberty and the gang she's gathered out east have to be eliminated. And second, shit! Scar collectors. Well, speak of the devil and her minions shall appear. Looks like Liberty overheard our rendezvous call. Guess we'll have to deal with this before we continue.
Down on you! mods!
Look, I'm donating blood to the ground.
See you all in hell. Soon I will have their flank.
Help here.
Get to the Patriarch!
Your ass is grabbed.
Gunning him down!
The arm of God is long.
I will excavate your skull!
As my friends and I see it, two things gotta happen to save the people of Colorado from tyranny and slaughter. First, Liberty and the gang she's gathered out east have to be eliminated. Second, and you're gonna love this, the Patriarch's gotta go too. I love the people of Arizona. Arizona is my home. But are you willing to save lives there at the expense of lives here? Are you okay sending home food spattered with innocent blood? The Rangers have fought tyranny since the beginning, without compromise. How can we continue to do that if we take handouts from a tyrant? How can we pretend we're heroes if we do his dirty work to get it? Sorry, I had this argument with General Woodson 100 times. A sure deal was more important to him than a moral one. That's why the advance team went dark and decided to do this on our own. Of course, it turned out we couldn't do it on our own, which is why we were so happy when you showed up, and why we're here now, asking you for help. Thanks for hearing me out. Let's talk about Liberty first. I've got to hand it to her. Daddy's little girl has done the impossible. She's united the boldest and baddest warlords of the Eastern Plains, and she's getting ready to lead them into Colorado. When she does, well, that'll be the end of this place. Every man, woman, and child from here to the Rockies will be killed, enslaved, or taken as a sacrifice, and their houses and towns burned to the ground. None of us want that, right? Glad to hear it. So here's the plan. Part 1, help Ironclad Cordite take control of Liberty's gangs. Then, Part 2, let him lead them all off to Kansas, where he can achieve his blood-soaked destiny without getting any on us. I know you've got him on ice back at Ranger HQ. Well, it's time to dust him off and put him to good use. Now, I'm guessing y'all have some questions. Now that's gonna be a fight. Basically, while you're taking care of Liberty, my team will be in Colorado Springs, softening the ground. Once you finish up out there, you'll come back and help us corner the man and bring him down. Our primary concern, other than ending the bloody reign of the Buchanans, is minimizing civilian casualties. That means you've got to ride herd on your crew and watch who you ally yourself with. For instance, we don't want the gangs coming to the party. If Cordite wants to come along and get his revenge on the Patriarch, fine, but he leaves his army at home, no matter how tight a hold he thinks he's got on him. We want to be the good guys here, so we've got to do this clean. Rape and pillage is a surefire way to turn people against their liberators. Keep the peace, keep things fair. I don't see the Rangers running things. I see our job as keeping the playing field even. There's always a lot of weasels that come out of the woodwork after a big man falls, trying to grab a piece of the pie. So we're just gonna hang around, and every time a weasel pops their head up, we'll whack them. At the same time, whenever somebody comes along who tries to take care of the people, all the people, we'll help them out. But we ain't gonna be anybody's muscle. We'll answer to the people, nobody else. No idea. Nobody's tried it before, as far as I know. But it's worth a shot, right? Can't be worse than the way things are now. All right then, what's it gonna be?
What?
Whew, there's a load off my mind. Thank you. You're gonna make all the difference. Now here's the location of Liberty's camp. Be careful when you get close. The gangs don't care much for strangers, and even less for Rangers.
You mustn't do this, Rangers. Please. I am sympathetic to your cause, but I am still a loyal subject of the Patriarch. If you follow this path to its conclusion, I shall have no choice but to oppose you.
Good luck sorting it out, cowboys. We'll talk again when Liberty's taken care of.
Thanks. Thought I was done there for a sec. Ah, a friend in need. Best.
Rangers, you made it. Good. Come into the garage ASAP. I'll have my bots tow your car inside before the gang spot it. You're the Desert Rangers, right? The ones the Patriarch made a deal with? Hey, good to see you. Been hoping you'd show up. Patriarch's got a lot he wants done here, and we ain't got a lot of time to do it. Now here's the deal. Liberty Buchanan is sitting not 200 yards from here in her compound as we speak. But the way things stand, it would take a tactical nuke to crowbar her out. She's managed to make herself the queen of these heathens, the scar collectors, the payassos, and the last few Dorseys. Even the goddamn godfishers are licking her boots. Now there ain't no way even a crew as tough as you could fight their way in and bring her out alive like the Patriarch wants. But I got a plan. Nobody told you about me? Ha! Typical. I'm the mechanic. That means I fix things, right? For the gangs, it's cars, and they trust me because I fix them good. But my real job is fixing things for the Patriarch, like putting sand in the gas tank of Liberty's coupe before it gets on the road. That's why he sent me out here. You get it? Can we get down to business now? How do you think I gained her trust? Hey, I'm willing to be the bad guy if that's what the job calls for. Are you? Now, have I passed your little test? Simple. If I get caught trying to sabotage things, how long is it gonna take the Patriarch to sneak another spy in here? Too long, that's how long. Liberty'll already be knocking on his front door. But if you get caught, I'm still here, and the Patriarch can send another gang of expendable muscleheads to do the dirty work. Got it? Okay, listen. The gangs may be loyal to Liberty, but they hate each other's guts. All you need to do is get each gang thinking the others are screwing them somehow, and this place will go up like an ammo dump in a firestorm. The payasos and the godfishers are ready to go at each other's throats. They just need a little nudge. As for the scar collectors, they're as like to turn on themselves as they are on anyone else. What I'd do is talk to their slaves. They've always got dirt on all the infighting. I got a key to the pen they're kept in as a gift. Take it. See what you can find. Maybe turn them against each other. I can give you the broad strokes, but the nitty-gritty is up to you. Who do you want to know about? The scar collectors? The payasos? The godfishers? The weakest of the gangs. And boy, does that piss them off. They want to be taken seriously so bad, which is kind of funny since their whole thing is never taking anything seriously. Your friend dies, what a joke. Lose an arm, hilarious. But man, do they get hot when other gangs disrespect them. The head clown is a shrimp named Lecherito. Meanest little fucker I ever met. Always with the put-downs and the insults. I think that's why they made him boss. Nobody could stand in the way of that mouth. Scariest of the bunch. They think they can talk to their sky gods by tying people's living torsos to kites and flying them up to the clouds. The other gangs, at least you understand why they're killing you. The godfishers, who fucking knows? So their leader, Star That Dreams, thinks he's a goddamn messiah. And he hates having to deal with the other gangs. The only reason he's with him is he thinks it's his best shot at getting revenge on the Patriarch. Otherwise, he'd make murder kites out of the other guys and ride into the sunset. The biggest of the gangs, and the toughest. Slavers, body mod addicts, complete barbarians. Biggest weakness is, every one of those sons of bitches wants to be leader. So there's a lot of infighting. The boss right now is Steel Trap, who ousted Cordite. But he fights off challenges from his lieutenants every week, always looking over his shoulder. Maybe you can play on that somehow. Forget about the Dorseys. They're Liberty's personal bodyguards now. They never come out of the compound and they never deal with the other gangs, except to execute some fool who tries something stupid. You're gonna have to fight the Dorseys no matter what. You just want them to be the only ones you fight, right? Just outside the main compound. But use my key and go through the side entrance. Otherwise, the gangs will see you, and then the shit will hit the fan. Good. Follow the racetrack north, and you'll find the gang compound. Just don't get too close to the front gates. The sentries will attack anything that gets too close. Gleefully. And listen, if you need any ammo, weapons, or supplies, talk to me. I get paid in trade, so I got plenty of gear. Ho, ho, ho! Just like Christmas.